So I did a review on my electric chainsaw a while back, and I mean, the views on that are crazy. Thank you, you know, it's awesome. So I decided to do a quick review on another saw I use all the time. That's my Stihl MS 250. It's a pretty decent saw. I use this quite a bit for cutting logs for firewood. I use it for blocking out my chainsaw carvings. This saw gets used often. Never seems to have a problem bogging down for what I do. I mean, when I'm cutting firewood, we're talking about oak, maple, cherry. Cutting pine logs, you got a sharp chain, this thing's like cutting through butter, no problem. And it's easy to handle. You know, for me, I think it's got good weight to it. I mean, you gotta, if you think about it, if I'm using this thing for carving, I'm out here moving this saw around, doing quite a bit of different stuff, where the normal homeowner who's going to be cutting firewood, you're not going to be doing that so much. You know, you're not going to be using this part of the bar and chain. You're going to be using it back here more, and your weight's going to be close, and you'll be cutting your firewood. I'd say this is a pretty decent saw though. So with the MS 250, you're looking at a 45cc saw. The weight on this comes in right around 10 pounds. That's just the power head. So that does not include the bar and chain. That's just, you know, your motor, your handle. Just basic stuff. That's really all I can say about it. You know, I like the saw. If I had to, I'd definitely buy another one. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera on down here. I'm working on a carving, and I'll do a little bit of cutting on that. Maybe we'll get into cutting a couple pieces of wood, and you guys can see how well it cuts. I know that was in high speed, but as you guys can see, the saw is capable of doing some blocking for my carvings. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this up here on my stand real quick. I'll see if I can get us a couple pieces of hardwood out of my firewood pile. Maybe we can slice them up, see how the saw performs with some hardwood, see how well it just cuts through, so you guys can make a good decision on whether this is a saw you'd want or not. If you're interested in seeing more of the video on this project here for this eagle, subscribe to my channel. It's multiple bears carved from one log. Those are going to be the videos that this carving I'm working on is going to be in. You can watch that from start to finish, several parts to it, so hit subscribe. Right now though, I'm going to go over and get some other pieces, and we'll slice through them, show you how the saw performs. Well, I grabbed some firewood off the pile. I've got a piece of pine we'll cut through a few times. I've got a piece of apple wood, which is pretty hard stuff. We'll make some slices out of that. I've got a piece of black walnut. It's been sitting for a couple years. And I've got some already split pieces of locust. They're already split, so I mean, they're not a full log, but we'll cut through them. You guys can see how well the saw performs. I'll let you know now that I did throw the file across the chain real quick, resharpen it, just to make sure, you know, it's got a fair cut. I'll make these cuts in real time, so it's probably going to be kind of loud. I mean, it is a gas-powered saw. Well, that was a piece of pine. As you can see, I mean, they're small pieces, pretty decent cuts though. This is apple. We'll go ahead and we'll make some slices off this apple. Now mind you, I've been cutting with that chain for a while. You know, I only ran the file on it really quick, so I mean, a brand new chain on that saw, that's going to cut really nice. This is a aged piece of black walnut. Like I said earlier, I've had this for a few years now. I've got a pile of black walnut out back. I don't have the heart to burn it because I love making stuff out of it. And it cuts. In all fairness, the center of the black walnut's good. This outer edge is kind of punky, so I mean, it's not as solid as I would hope for this demonstration, but we cut some. This is locust. This locust has been cut for about 2 years now. I've had it split for several months. I'll go ahead and hit it with the saw. Everybody says locust is some of the hardest stuff to cut. Let's see how this saw does. I just remembered, I think I've got a couple big full pieces of locust off to the side here. Give me a minute, I'll get one. We'll cut one of those and see how well this does. All right, that's a piece of locust worthy of a cut test. I'm gonna set this up here on the ground. I'll move the camera around so we get a better shot. We'll make a couple cuts on this. All right guys, not sure how well this is gonna work, but we'll give it a go. Real time, I'm gonna be cutting this locust with the Stihl MS 250 and see how it does. There you have it, the MS 250 cutting I don't know, what do we got, 10-inch diameter piece of locust. I mean, I think that did pretty well. It's a pretty clean cut. Oh, looks pretty good. Here's a piece we sliced off. Like I said in the beginning, I really like this saw. I recommend it if you're somebody that's gonna be cutting firewood. Just a great tool to have in the shop. Listen, thanks for watching everybody. I really appreciate it. If you like this video and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Shoot me a thumbs up. Stick around, see some other videos I've got going on. And, you know, thank you for all the support. I really appreciate it. We'll see you next time.